Hey guys, so today my video is about the Flylady system, which I've been really excited about talking about lately, and hopefully making this video will keep me from boring all my friends and relatives who aren't interested in it. So I wanted to talk to you today about what works and what doesn't. So this video is not a criticism of the Flylady system. I believe that with any system, there are going to be things that are almost epiphany-like for you that really work and change your life, and parts of the system that don't help you at all or hold you back or maybe even waste your time. And I think this is true with any system, and the things that something that's life-changing for you can be something that's a waste of time for another person. So if you're starting the Flylady system, I suggest going through and doing everything with an open mind. If you're having trouble and you run into trouble, this is just to give you a more realistic idea of what to expect and to assure you that it is okay to not do the system perfectly, that it can still really make a difference in your home. So I'm just going to go through and tell you what parts I've found work and what parts don't. And so the first thing is getting ready and getting dressed and getting dressed to shoes. So I never had a problem staying in my pajamas before, but this has actually been really helpful for me because I find that I am lazier and less likely to want to run around the house, unload the dishwasher, start laundry, just get thinking about my day if I don't have shoes on. There is some psychological thing going on with getting dressed to shoes. And the other piece is awesome that I would often put off combing my hair or washing my face. And so now first thing in the morning, I'm ready for someone to come to the door. I'm not going to be embarrassed. So that's a big change from how life was for me previously. So I've heard different people say that making sure you have shoes on first thing in the morning, some people think that's really stupid. And other people it's made a big difference for. And I think the key to that is if you live in a warm climate, I think people move to warm climate so that they don't have to wear shoes. So that might not be helpful to you. But here in Maine, we're used to, if you don't have shoes on in the house, then you're going to be stepping in snow and dirt that's tracked in and everything. So shoes make a difference. So the next thing is swish and swipe. The daily swish and swipe, you swish your toilet and you wipe your sink down and make sure it's shiny in all your bathrooms. So this I cannot get to work for myself. I've heard a great tip of keeping cleaner in a bowl by your toilet. Like instead of your toilet brush holder, you just have a little bowl that holds your toilet brush and it's full of cleaner or some type of sanitizer. That's not an option for me because I have a little toddler and that would be very, very bad and spilled daily and disgusting. So I have to take out a cleaner every day to do my swish and swipe. I tried it with just water and it ended up growing bacteria in the brush and the holder. So what I found is it's just a waste of time. The toilet's getting just as clean as long as I do it weekly, and I try to twice a week. And the infrequently used half bathroom upstairs, I just do every week. And it doesn't get we have hard water, it doesn't get hard water buildup or anything like that. It's not worth the mental energy to me to have to remember to do that just because it's part of the Flylady system. When my kids are older, I will probably try the cleaner in a bowl thing. And I think it can be really helpful just every day. You're not forgetting, and so your toilet stays clean and your bathroom stays clean. I think it's a really good idea. It just doesn't work for me at this point in my life. So the next thing is the morning and night routines. These have been absolutely life-changing for Flylady. Before, I never thought to that I needed to set a time to unload and start the dishwasher, to do a load of laundry, to make sure it was put away. So laundry piled up, unfolded, and I was good at washing the laundry, but I wasn't good at putting it away. And I wouldn't unload my dishwasher. I would just take dishes out of it, and my sink was full all the time. And so those things, just having a morning and night routine, have changed. And I'm also constantly adding to my routines little things that I find I'm neglecting or forgetting. I just add into the routine if it's worth my time and my thought and energy every day. It goes into the routine. So those have been awesome. And there's not just the Flylady system has routines. I find a lot of people in personal development are suggesting routines, especially morning routines. I recently ran across the Miracle Morning, which puts meditation and exercise, and he even does affirmations, but you don't have to do all of the things he suggests. And I found that working out first thing, I used to like to do it in the afternoon, that it really makes the difference in my day. The rest of my day, I seem to have more energy. I don't have an energy lag after working out for some reason in the morning. So routines are awesome. Anyway, so the next thing is the daily focus of Flylady. So each day has a daily focus, and they do Thursday is errand day, Friday is clean your purse and car day, Saturday is family fun day, Sunday is renew your spirit day, Monday, home blessing hour, which I'll talk about in a minute. Tuesday is a free day, and Wednesday, I can't remember all of them. Anyway, I love the idea of the daily focus of Flylady, but I have a work schedule where I will work a full day, just like the day is just packed, and then I'll have a day off, and those days don't fall on the same day. I have no set schedule, so I'm just not at a point in my life where I can really implement it. If I do have enough time and I'm like, yeah, the car and my purse really needs to be clean out, I try. So it's kind of hit or miss. I try to do the daily focus, but usually it doesn't happen. I don't feel too bad about it. Excuse me. So the next thing is the home blessing hour. And this I'm still not sure on. So I do it when I can, and it makes a big difference. But honestly, I only get to like the dusting part of the home blessing hour about every month. It is way better than not dusting, and it reminds me, just having the Flylady system in my head reminds me that, oh yeah, I do actually need to dust someday. I do the trash weekly. I do that consistently. I do the wash my sheets weekly. I don't do all this on set days, and usually my schedule is just too busy to do the whole thing. And the floor mopping, I have kids, and they especially love to play, probably like all kids, with toys that have multiple pieces, and I'm still working on trying to get them to pick up after themselves, working on that with them. So for me to be able to mop and vacuum ends up being like 2.5 hours or something like that. So that's something I'm working on. I know ideally if I had a more simple life with no young kids and pets and no time-consuming business to run, that I would be able to do that. So it depends on how much time you have, really, how well the Flylady system is going to work for you. And if you have a super busy schedule, or you're just prioritizing different things in your life, like for me, creativity, working on different projects, my YouTube channel is just this little whim I've started to try to get me to be a more confident speaker, because that's something I've struggled with. And I also find it fulfilling to talk about things I'm interested in. Those kind of things I really want to make time for. And if the house isn't as clean as it could be, that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. So what I want to say to you is, know your priority. And for my home, my biggest goal is just to have less stress in my life and have my home stress me out less. So if there's a system I'm putting in my life, I want to make sure that it works towards that goal. And so for me to have to swish and swipe my toilet every day, I am more stressed out about the fact that I have decided that this is something I need to do every day, or I'm not following the system, or I'm not letting myself down. That stresses me out more than having the toilet might be a little dirty once in a while, because I do okay cleaning them regularly anyway. So if you see what I'm saying? So the last thing I didn't hit was the zone cleaning, which is a big part of the Flylady system. And again, I feel like I don't have enough time to really try this out and do it justice. I use it for inspiration, and I get the Flylady emails, and so I know what zone we're supposed to be in. And oftentimes I'll make it during the week to do about one task or something, and it makes a difference, but I'm so far behind, I'm so busy that I need to prioritize different things. So if something's a complete disaster in the house and it's just maybe my daughter spilled her juice in the living room and it got tracked all over the floor, then mopping that floor and cleaning off handprints or something. If there's some mess made somewhere, something happened, then that's going to be my priority to address the worst thing in my house, even if we're not in that zone. And so if I just notice that my kitchen cabinets, which are really light colored and it's annoying, if they're really dirty, then I should wipe down my kitchen cabinets before I go and find a task to do in a bathroom that's almost spotlessly clean. So use it as a guide. Like I say, if you're just starting the system, I suggest going through and trying out everything. But once you get settled in, use it as a guide to help you find what works for you. And don't be shy. Don't feel like you're a failure if there are certain parts of it that just don't work for you. So I hope this video was helpful for you. Leave a comment if there's anything in the Flylady system that you really love that's changed your life, or I'd love to know if there's something that just doesn't work for you and why. Thanks for watching. Bye.